Greetings, it is Tonya Poole here, and I am here to just give a brief, hopefully brief, video on the planet Jupiter and Sagittarius and what all of that means in your natal chart. So I'm actually doing this video because I was asked by the lovely couple from Copper Vibrations, and if you don't know about them, I'm gonna try to remember to put a link in the description box. But Copper Vibrations has an amazing line of copper jewelry, copper wrapped stones and jewelry. They just, oh my gosh, they're just such a creative husband and wife team. But they also have a private group of students that they talk to about gemstones and crystals and timing and, you know, and connecting that with astrology. And so they reached out to me to assist them with working with their group for 2019 on knowing how to utilize the Sagittarius and Jupiter energy of this year, as well as Pisces. But this video, I'm only going to talk primarily about Sagittarius. And so I was actually just going to do a video for them, and I was like, let me just film a video for all of y'all, them included. And for those of you who don't know me, this art piece back here, I'm not really an artist, but I'm sensitive about my okay. You know, you can't say artist without following up with that line. But anyway, it's the cover of my book. An amazing artist, Mandy Dunn, did the cover of my book, The Magic of Self-Love. And then we had a paint party. And so this is my version of my book cover. You can see the real book cover at the link in my bio below, in my description box, when you purchase The Magic of Self-Love. But that's not what I'm here for today. Today, I'm gonna do a quick video about Sagittarius and the planet Jupiter. So, every 12 months, the planet Jupiter moves into a new sign. Now, Jupiter is, if you've taken 4th grade solar system class, or was 4th grade science, whatever, you know Jupiter is considered the biggest planet in our solar system. You know, is right next to Saturn. And so with it being the biggest planet in our solar system, astrologers throughout time have always attributed to bringing big blessings, bringing growth, bringing abundance, bringing expansion. I mean, since the beginning of astrology in 2 million BCE, I don't know what year, but since forever. And so wherever, and the reason why they know this is because astrologers throughout time, astrologers and astronomers have watched wherever Jupiter has gone in the sky, and whatever sign it finds itself in, just like our sun goes through the 12 signs of the zodiac, so does every other planet, including Jupiter. And so whatever sign Jupiter goes through, it tends to bring some form of blessing, some form of abundance, some form of growth and expansion. Now, Jupiter, that a lot of times people get so super excited when Jupiter moves into their sign, because they're like, yes, this is my year of abundance, this is my year of growth and expansion. But the thing is, and I always tell people this when they get readings by me, is that Jupiter brings expansion to anything, good or bad. So if you have positive thoughts, for example, Jupiter seeks to expand that. If you were thinking negatively, then Jupiter's like, hey, that must be what you want me to bless, so I will bless the negativity, or that's what's, you know, what is less beneficial for you. So I always tell people when they get a reading from me, I always tell people that the readings that I give, I always want to empower you. It's always about empowering you. It's never about you being at the effect of where the sun is, where the planets are, you know, or you saying, well, I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm just this way, or I'm a Pisces, I'm just this way. It's always about you becoming the master of whatever energies you possess in your chart. And so that's what the Magic of Me intuitive natal chart reading is all about, is not only about showing you what is in your chart, but showing you, assisting you with knowing how to master that energy. And that's a lifetime endeavor. So anyway, back to Jupiter and Sagittarius. So somewhere back at the end of the year, when we were still in Sagittarius season, somewhere late November, the first part of December 2018, Jupiter moved into the sign of Sagittarius. And Sagittarius just happens to be its home sign. Like, it's like Jupiter's like, yes, I'm finally where I belong. So it rules the sign of Sagittarius. And so it's right in its home sign. It's feeling, it's feeling right at home. So, and so a lot of people who are Sagittarians, like if their sun sign is Sagittarius, they got super excited. Like, yes, Jupiter is in our sign finally. And the rest of us, if you don't know about astrology, probably didn't think much about it, or, or just like, whatever, how does that benefit me? And I'm here to tell you that we all carry all 12 signs of the zodiac. So you may not have been born during Sagittarius season. Like, you might be an Aquarius, you might consider yourself an Aries or Gemini or something like that. But Sagittarius is somewhere in your chart. And so what I'm going to do today, really briefly, I drew up a handy dandy astrology wheel, and this is going to be super simple. We're not going to overcomplicate this. Okay? You with me? And I'm going to go through each one really quickly to let you know with Jupiter, if depending on where Jupiter is for you, what that means, okay? And so Jupiter is in the sign of Sagittarius. I should say wherever Sagittarius is for you. Because you may not be a Sagittarius sun sign, but like I stated before, Sagittarius is somewhere in your chart, and that is where Jupiter is for you right now, okay? And so, and this is the information that I will be giving you all, those of you who choose to book a Magic of Me intuitive natal chart reading, who are part of the Copper Vibrations tribe. You all know that, or some of you have been given some special information to book a reading with me to assist you with your growth and your goals for this year. And so this is just a little snippet of an educational tidbit to help you to understand what I will be explaining to you once you book that reading with me. So in astrology, the first house, I didn't put the signs in here because I didn't want to confuse anyone. I didn't want to, again, this is our super simple class. But the first house in astrology deals with identity, how you identify as a person, your personal identity, how you view yourself as a person. Yeah, basically how you identify. So if when you were born, if I looked at your natal chart, and if when you were born Sagittarius happened to be right here, or if Jupiter happened to be right here when you were born, that means that your personality, or your, right now that Jupiter is in the sign of Sagittarius, right now is the time for you to be growing and expanding what it means to be you. Okay, so if you sat down with me right now, to make this simple, if you sat down with me right now and we did the Magic of Me intuitive natal chart reading, and I noticed that you had Sagittarius in your first house, I would say, wow, this is your year. 2019 would be the year for you to really focus on what does it mean to be you. How can you expand and grow? Remember, Sagittarius and Jupiter deal with growth and expansion. How can you grow in your identity? What parts of you have you held back that is really time for you to come full forward with that? Or what parts of you is just way too much and is not helpful? Okay, not that you need to dim your light, but sometimes we overcompensate. So you may be overcompensating in one area of your life for another. And so it may be time for this other part of you to grow and expand. This will be the time to get to know you, get to know what makes you you. Why do you identify the way that you identify as a person? You know, you may be so like, I'm a woman, feminist movement. And then so this year is like, okay, but why? Do you know why you identify in that way? Or you may identify as everything about you may be about being a mother. So why? Why is being a mother so much connected to your identity and who you are? There's nothing wrong with that one way or the other, but this is the year where however you are identifying, wherever you are putting the energy of your identity is where Jupiter in Sagittarius is seeking to grow and expand that part of your life. All right, boom. All right, so number 2, where we got? In house number 2, we have value. So if I looked at your chart and I saw Sagittarius right here, then I know that it's in your second house, your house of values, your house of how you make money, or what about you adds value to a situation that allows you to grow and expand in your finances. So then this will be the year to really look at your values, really look at how you're utilizing your money, how you are obtaining your money. Are you obtaining your money? Because a lot of times we look at money as the source of value, but your values, your core values are within you. So is how you're obtaining money aligned to your core values? Okay? Because if it's not, Sagittarius this year, Jupiter this year is really going to shine a light on that. And so this will be your year to really perhaps launch into things that are aligned to your core values, and that will actually add financial value to your life, because Jupiter is seeking to expand the part of you that is about making money, that is about creating wealth. I would also ask, what are your long-term financial goals, or how are you spending money? Again, you remember Jupiter will bless and expand anything. So if you're about, okay, I'm gonna make this money and I'm gonna do well financially this year, then Jupiter will assist you in that. Sagittarius and Jupiter will assist you in that. If every time you turn around, money's leaving your hands, then Jupiter's like, yes, let's just spend it all. Put it all on black. You might find yourself like gambling really big this year. And if you don't know how to gamble properly, you might lose. You get what I'm saying? So ultimately, you sit in the driver's seat. Jupiter is not going to just bless you over and beyond your character. Boom. That's what I want to say. Jupiter would not bless you over and beyond your character. Jupiter will bless whatever you put your energy toward. So this will be the year for you to look at your values, your value system, and your value as it relates to your money making abilities, and how you add value to your job, your career, your business, whatever, that then translates into money. All right. So 3, third house, read along with me. Communication. Communication. So if I looked at your chart and I saw that Sagittarius was in your third house when you were born, that means that now that Jupiter is in the sign of Sagittarius this year, is really highlighting your house of communication. So your words this year are very important. What type of words are you speaking? Are you speaking life? Are you speaking death? Life and death are in the power of the tongue, huh? So how you speak, and not just how you speak, communicate in that way, but even your intellect. The third house deals with intellect and how you speak, how you think, how you write, if you're an artist, how you might draw, even though artistic abilities are governed by another house, but it's still a form of self-expression, right? So how you express yourself. If Sagittarius is in your third house, then this is the year where how you express yourself can expand, again, for better or for worse. So this will be the year where you may want to take a communications class. You may want to learn how to communicate better, how to listen better, how to maybe communicate your thoughts into words better. If you are an author, gosh, that's hard to say. If you are an author, this will be the year where you may want to take a writing class, because the third house also deals with writing. This is a year, third house also deals with your siblings and stuff like that. So this may be the year where if you've had bad communication with your sibling, your brother, your sister, you know, learn how to communicate better. Or maybe y'all did have a bad relationship, but you just kind of lost touch. This might be the year where you want to rekindle those that connection. Third house also deals with short travels. So this may be the year where, you know, you might not go to Paris, France, but you might go to Paris. Isn't there a Paris, Texas, or Paris, Florida, or something? You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, maybe not the big travel. I'm not saying don't do big travel. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that it rules your short travels. So you may want to incorporate maybe once a month a staycation, but not necessarily just in your home, but maybe touring your city or going to 30 minutes away to a city that you've never been to before, an hour away, and just, you know, go and visit a different place, you know. So Sagittarius in your third house is seeking to expand your communication experiences. All right, so fourth house actually is home. So if you in your natal chart, if I looked at your natal chart and I saw that you had Sagittarius in the fourth house, that literally deals with your home and everything that has to do with home, the design of your home, the layout of your home, the feeling of your home, who lives in your home, your children, your spouse, just you, your puppy, you know, your kitty cat, whatever. So this is the year where Sagittarius is seeking to expand and grow the area of your home. So this could be the year where you move to a bigger home. This will be a good year to, if you've got a lot of junk and clutter in your home, to start cleaning it out. Make your home feel more like home. Again, because this deals with even like parenting, or the way you nurture your children. If you haven't been as loving and as nurturing with them, or haven't been spending enough time with them, you want to expand the amount of time that you spend with them, expand the amount of time that you play with them, expand the amount of time that you speak with them and communicate with them. Anything that makes your home place a better place. If your home doesn't feel like home, if you feel more comfortable in the world than you feel at home, then it's time to get your home space into make it more sacred, make it more pleasurable to be in. Again, Jupiter is going to bless whatever energy you bring to your home. So if you keep the energy low and stressful and unclean, or just whatever that you just don't like, then Jupiter will keep expanding that. So it's up to you to utilize this energy to make your home a better place, a more loving, more calm, more nurturing place, or whatever it is that you want home to be. Also, the fourth house deals with you as if you are a woman, as a mother, or even if you as a father, that feminine aspect of you that goes into nurturing mode. But it also deals with your actual mother, or, you know, your actual or grandmother, whoever raised you, you know. So if they're, you may want to make sure you spend time with your mother, or, you know, mother figures. It doesn't have to be your actual mother, but mother figures in your life. You know, this is the year to really do that. And I was actually speaking to someone recently, and I was telling him that this would be a great year to really spend time with all of the mothers of his community. You know, a lot of times when people get older and they then they pass on, we always say, man, I wish I had spent more time with grandma so-and-so, or miss so-and-so, or auntie so-and-so, and really sat down with them and talked to them and got more information about what it was like to be them, what it was like growing up to be them, you know, because when they pass on, that's it, you know. So this will be a great year. I'm not saying anybody's going to pass. I'm just saying this will be a great year to expand and nurture those types of relationships in your life. All right, house number 5 is will and creativity. I know it's not the neatest, but your will your willpower and your ability to create. So if Sagittarius is in your 5th house, then this is the year for you to really work on your creativity, your shine. The natural house of the 5th, the natural ruler of the 5th house is Leo. So if that tells you anything, you know what I mean? Where you shine, like a Leo, you know what I mean? This is your year to really any creative endeavors. And it doesn't necessarily just have to be like artistic endeavors. I mean, anything that comes from you is your creation. Like even your children are your creation, right? So this is the year to really expand on your creative ideas and to exert your willpower out into the world. So whatever it is that little light, I'm gonna let it shine, that little light that's within. This is the year for you, if you've got Sagittarius in that 5th house, to let your little light shine. Because the more you put yourself out there, the more Sagittarius and Jupiter will bless and expand that. Okay, so this is the year for, if Sagittarius is in your 5th house, to expand your personality, to expand your willpower, to exert yourself more in that kind of way, to be more creative. Also, the 5th house deals with romance and love and, flirting and fun and all that kind of stuff. So this might be the year you need to get out there, date a little bit more, or if you're partnered up with somebody, just add a little bit more, be more creative in your love life, have a little bit more fun. The 5th house is not about being so strict, it's about having fun. It's about being pleasurable, enjoying the pleasures of life and not feeling bad about it, So, but the flip side of that, yes, if you are just out here just being crazy, then Jupiter will bless your craziness. And then at the end of the year, you have a whole year of crazy. So you want to monitor that. But I'm just saying, if it's in your 5th house, this will be kind of a fun year. Sagittarius, is a fire sign, and which Leo is also a fire sign, so they're kind of compatible. So that's the 5th house. If Sagittarius is there, get creative, have fun, go to paint and sit parties, like do stuff like that. It's just fun, and just get yourself out there and put your creativity out there and all of that good stuff. All right, so 6th house, boom. What do we have there? We have mastery and perfection. So if I looked at your chart and I saw that you had Sagittarius in the 6th house, this is the year where Sagittarius and Jupiter are seeking to expand your ability to master and perfect certain areas of your life. The 6th house deals with perfection. It deals with getting better and better and better. It's like the house of the apprentice, right? Where you master your craft. You work diligently daily to get better and better and better at whatever it is that you do. And not just like in a big way, like, oh, I want to be a seamstress, so I'm gonna practice every day and get better and better at my craft. Yeah, it could be that, but it deals with your work habits, and your work ethic. And it also deals with your health. The 6th house is the house of health. So this will be the year where if there have been some health issues, some health concerns in your life, or you just need to just tone and tighten, whatever, you know what I'm saying? This will be the year where Jupiter is going to bless those endeavors. So if you're like, okay, I'm gonna start working out a little bit more, I'm gonna be consistent, because the 6th house is all about consistency, doing something every day or 3 times a week or whatever it is that's consistent for you. And so Jupiter will bless that, so if you want to improve your health, this is the year to do that. If you want to become a master of your craft, this is the year to do that. If you just want to learn something and really, really understand something, then this is the year to do that. So Sagittarius will bless your commitment to doing the work. If you say, I want to meditate, several times a week, I want to increase my meditation, then this is the year you might have the biggest breakthroughs through your meditation because you were consistent with it, okay? So Jupiter and Sagittarius are seeking to grow and expand your ability and your willingness to master something and to become perfect at it, or more perfect than where you are. All right. All right. So 7th house, what we got right there? The 7th house is partnerships. So if I looked in your natal chart and I saw that you had Sagittarius in your 7th house, I would be like, oh, wow, this is the year for you to grow and expand in your partnerships. Now, this could be partnerships as it relates to business, partnerships as it relates to, just you working one-on-one with another person. But it also means love and romance and, all that sort of stuff, husband, wife, or whatever, you know what I mean? Just however you are partnering your life with another person. So this is the year where if you are in a bond with someone that you want to, how that bond can grow and expand. This will be a great year to do like couples therapy, to do like couples retreats and stuff like that, because Sagittarius is seeking to bless your unions. If you're having problems in your relationship, this is also the year to really get down to what exactly is the issue and how can we move forward from this. If you're in business with someone, this is a year where partnering with someone in business, you could find that to be a very lucrative venture. Also make sure that you check the fine print, read the details. You know what I'm saying? But this will be a good year to partner with another person in some kind of way. I'm not telling you to run out and get married, but I mean, hey, if that's how the energy flows for you, then that's how it flows. I'm not telling you to jump into a business partnership. What I'm saying is that this may be a good year to partner with others, or if you are already in partnerships, then really look at ways that those partnerships can be even better, because Sagittarius is seeking to grow and expand your partnerships. You may want to read even books about, improving your marriage or spicing up your marriage, or, just things like that. All right. So if Sagittarius is in your 8th house, boom, we got the house of transformation. Oh my gosh. I could talk forever about the 8th house because the 8th house is so deep. The 8th house deals with transformation. The 8th house deals with sex. The 8th house deals with mystery and occult. The 8th house, on its lower energy, could deal with jealousy and manipulation. So what does that mean for Jupiter and Sagittarius? If you are already a jealous and manipulative type of person, and you don't plan on changing that, then that could increase in your life. But also the fruit of that could increase in your life. You gotta ask yourself, do I want more of that in my life? It's up to me. I don't know. Probably not. But anyway, so, but it also deals with intimacy, how you are, whereas the 7th house is just partnerships and your relationship and all that kind of stuff. But the 8th house is all about how you are intimate. So if you are in an established bond with someone, this will be the year where you can become, if you feel safe, more vulnerable with that person and open up in intimacy, and not just in a sexual way, even though the 8th house does kind of govern the whole sex thing, but also really, your how you open up to those that you are in close relationship with, because the 8th house deals with those who know you behind the scenes. Okay, this ain't front row seat. This front row seat for people who know you, but this ain't front row seat for like social media world. You get what I'm saying? So these are people who, people that you were in close bond with. How Sagittarius is seeking to expand your level of intimacy, to expand even your sexual experiences, to expand if you're someone who is into studying occult knowledge, and occult just means mystery. So if you're into studying mysterious things or expanding your spiritual knowledge, this will be a great year to do that. The 8th house is opposite of the 2nd house. So you remember the 2nd house was all about value that you bring to the table. So this 8th house that we're talking about now is other people's value. So is how can you utilize other people's value to increase your own value? So, I mean, this could be the year you might just marry well. I don't know. I know that's not all that's about. This is supposed to be a quick video. I'm already at 29 minutes. But it's all about transforming. So, you know, if you are good at making money, this may be a good year to learn how to invest it to transform it into more money. If you are into if anything, basically anything you want to transform, anything you want to change, anything you want to grow, but just understand that that always requires you to go within to the most intimate parts of yourself, right? To transform what is into something new, because the 8th house is the house of alchemy, and alchemy is all about transformation, you know, turning lead into gold, right? So it's the house of magic, really. So this might be the year where you increase your magic or learn more about your own personal magic. Get the Magic of Me Intuitive Natal Chart reading. Shameless plug. Anyway, all right, so 9th house. If you have Sagittarius in the 9th house, and this is the house of Sagittarius. That is Sagittarius's home house. Notice what I write right here. Expansion. This is your year to expand. Expand what you know, expand your environment, expand your circle of friends, just grow and expand as a person. This would be a great year where if the things that you thought you knew, this would be a great time to delve a little deeper and say, you know, all of these ideas that I held on to that I knew were the truth, maybe they're not the absolute truth. Maybe there's more to know. The 9th house is all about expanding your knowledge, expanding your personal philosophy. This would be a great time to do big travel, to maybe even go abroad or meet people. Even if you don't travel abroad, just meet people who are not like you. So whereas the 3rd house is the opposite house of the 9th house. And if you remember when we talked about the 3rd house with communication, I said that was the house of siblings and short travels. You know, don't go to Paris, France, go to Paris, Texas. If you got Sagittarius in your 9th house, you might want to go to Paris, France. You get what I'm saying? Or stay home, but meet people who are of a different origin, a different background, different belief system. They can look just like you, but they may have a different belief system. And the purpose of that isn't necessarily to argue and to debate, but to grow your knowledge base. You know, when you grow as a person, your world around you grows. And so many of us don't grow because we only talk to people who look like us, who sound like us, who, you know, have the same background as us. And while that's all great, it's very difficult to grow and expand as a person when you don't allow yourself to have experiences that cause you to grow. You know, go to more museums, go to, you know, have more travel experiences. Just go to restaurants that maybe serve a foreign food or ethnic food that you are not familiar with. You know what I mean? And just have those type of experiences. This is your year to grow you as a person. And like I said, as you grow, then the world around you grows as well. All right, so 10th house. We're almost there, y'all. We're at the 10th house. The 10th house I have written here is fame. The 10th house is what you are known for. The 10th house is your reputation. The 10th house are the things like your career, things that you have worked long and hard for to climb the ladder of success, whatever success means to you. It could be building a strong family, you know what I mean? It could be building, but a lot of times it deals with career, building like your long-term goals that mean success for you. And so this is the year, if you don't have goals, you need to get some goals, because Sagittarius and Jupiter are seeking to expand your long-term goals. If you don't care about your reputation, and I know we all like, I don't care what people think about me, but a lot of times it's your reputation that brings money to you, brings friends to you, makes you approachable. People sometimes will give you opportunities based on your reputation. So this is the year to really, I'm not saying be fake, I'm just saying work on your reputation. What do you want to be known for? That's what the 10th house asks all of us. What do you want to be known for? What do you want your legacy to be? And if you have not been doing things that are working towards your long-term goals and your legacy, not just your goals as a career, but even your legacy as a person, who you want to be known for, how you want to be remembered, even though this isn't a death house or nothing like that, but how you want people to know you and think about you. This is the year to really work on that. This is the year to get some long-term goals. This is the year to be consistent towards working towards those long-term goals. This is the year to really think about what you want to be known for, how you want to be known. And then so Sagittarius is expanding and growing and blessing your reputation. So you might even find, like those of you maybe who have had credit issues, right? This might be the year. So according to the credit bureau, you have a reputation of not paying your bills. Okay, so this might be the year to actually like start rebuilding your credit or doing little things to strengthen your credit, because that's a long-term goal that Jupiter and Sagittarius can bless, and it might not even take as long as you think it's going to take, because Jupiter really likes to just bring the blessings on. You know what I mean? We ain't going to have to drag this out for 112 years. So this is really, it may be a good time that those things that you thought would take a long time to fix, heal, repair, you know, or a goal that will take forever for you to get to, this may be the year, if you actually put energy toward it and you're faithful toward it, that Jupiter and Sagittarius could really grow and expand that for you. All right. The 11th house, we have vision and knowledge. The 11th house is the house of the visionary. This is the house of, you know, the person who is already at the next trend before everybody else even knows that it's happening. You know what I mean? This is the person who can see what is coming before other people can see it. It is the natural house of the sign of Aquarius, if any of you all know anything about that. But so it's the house of the visionary and the house of knowledge. So this is the year where Sagittarius, if you have Sagittarius in your 11th house, where Sagittarius and Jupiter are seeking to expand your ability to be a visionary, your ability to just intuitively know things. You know what I mean? You just kind of know. Nobody knows why you know, but you just kind of know, right? And actually apply that in a way that works for you. The 11th house being the house of the visionary, sometimes also then, you know, a lot of times visionaries are rebellious. You know what I mean? Like if you think about people like, you know, Albert Einstein gets a lot of credit for kind of being a visionary, or Tesla or somebody like that, or even like Steve Jobs, right? You know, Apple and the iPhone and the smartphone really changed the game, right? And so if you are seeking those people, or people who are like that, I'm not saying that they are, I don't know what was in their 11 houses, but people who have that kind of energy oftentimes have to stand alone. You know what I mean? Because they already see what's coming. Nobody else can see it. And they're the only ones that screaming like, hey, this is coming. This is the new thing. You know what I mean? So this may be the year where you can't, even though the 11th house is all about society and humanity and ushering humanity into the next phase of things, because Sagittarius is there for you, you might be having moments where you want to expand an idea and you find that other people aren't ready to expand yet. You want to grow something. You want to know something. You want to travel. You want to have these new experiences, and those who you are connected to aren't ready yet. So you may find that this year you might have to stand alone sometimes. However, because Jupiter and Sagittarius are trying to bless that for you, it may not be long before others see like, wow, I'm so glad you took that step, because now I see. And then what happens is your willingness to really be the visionary and to step forward is what brings and galvanizes the people, the crowd, you know, your family, your friends, whoever around you to walk with you. But when you have Sagittarius here, you know, you are the, you might have to be the one who goes first. Now, Sagittarius does sometimes like to jump way too, because it's fire sign. So it likes to just jump out there and then think later, you know what I mean? And so you might have people who are like, man, you did this before, you tried this before, or I'm gonna wait and see. You can't be discouraged by that. You know, whatever you truly feel in your heart of hearts is the direction that you need to go in, or something that you need to pursue, or a way to expand your mind, or you want to try something new, whatever. You just have to do it. And then eventually those around you who see you doing it will come along. All right. And so lastly, we have the 12th house, the house of beliefs, and also the house of illusions. So beliefs and illusions is the 12th house. And so if I looked at your natal chart and I saw that you had Sagittarius in your 12th house, you really might, this year would be the year for you where Sagittarius and Jupiter are trying to expand your beliefs. What does this mean? This could mean that things that you already believe, you are either going to grow more in your belief and in your faith, because this is the house of faith, belief. This could be the house of religion or spirituality. So what you already know could grow and expand, and you could become more attached to your beliefs, or have a more firm foundation in your beliefs. Or because Jupiter and Sagittarius are about expansion, you may discover that what you believed all along isn't enough. And so now you have to expand what you believe. Your beliefs have to expand. Your beliefs have to grow. Or your faith may grow. So this may be the year where you find yourself always on the edge, having to step out on faith, which is uncomfortable sometimes, but it's necessary for your growth. And if you step out on faith, then Sagittarius and that Jupiter energy can bless and grow and expand. But because the 12th house is also the house of illusions and self-sabotage, you want to make sure, it's very interesting because faith, you can't know all of the details, otherwise it wouldn't be faith. But at the same time, you want to make sure that you are not taking steps towards things and ideas that are actually going to backfire. You know what I mean? Like you want to be as clear-minded as possible this year as you are walking by faith. So if something has already, or someone, let's just say you have faith in a person, like you've been in this relationship over and over and over and over again, the same person doing the same thing to you over and over and over again, then you might want to shift your faith from that person to yourself, God, however you want, and then to another relationship. You get what I'm saying? So it's still, you still have to apply your faith and your beliefs, but where you put it, you want to make sure that you are not self-sabotaging yourself or under any illusions about the faith walk that you are choosing to walk out. So Sagittarius and Jupiter blessing your house of beliefs, blessing your imagination. This is the year where you may have more dreams, like literal dreams at nighttime, or your dream self, meaning the dreams that you have for your life or your imagination. Like this would be the year to really spend time, like the 8th house, spend time in meditation. Allow yourself to dream big. And then don't doubt yourself. You know what I mean? Don't doubt yourself, because just allow yourself to dream big, and then ask whoever your higher power is for assistance and guidance on bringing about what you imagine to pass, to help you to do that. Because the 12th house also can tinker on, you know, a little bit of self-doubt, because you're dreaming big, but you don't know how you're going to get there. You know, you don't think it's really possible. So dream big, and trust and pray and know that it's working out in your favor. So that is Sagittarius in all of the houses. How fast did that go? Anyway, so make sure that you book the Magic of Me Intuitive Natal Chart reading. Right now, it's on sale for, I think $47, which is a huge sale, okay? Because it's regularly $150, because I spend several hours just delving into your chart even before I tell you what I saw. You get what I'm saying? So now through January 31st, it is on sale, January 31st, 2019, for those of you who may be looking later on. It is on sale for $47, the Magic of Me Intuitive Natal Chart reading. Not only do I tell you where Sagittarius and Jupiter were at the time of your birth and what that means, but also where all of the other planets, Venus, the planet of love and beauty and attraction, and Mercury, the planet of communication and intellect, and Saturn, the planet of discipline and responsibility. You know, and just all of what is in your chart. And I explain that to you so that you can be empowered in how you go about living your life. Again, a natal chart reading isn't to tell you about how you ain't never gonna be nobody, how you gonna struggle, life is gonna be, No, a natal chart reading is to show you what energy you chose to come into this world with, and to show you your options and your obstacles and your opportunities that you may have to face in your lifetime, in order to be the master of your own life. And so click the link below to book the Magic of Me Intuitive Natal Chart reading. Thank y'all so much for listening to me for 46 minutes. I hope this has been helpful to you. Comment below and let me know, how this video how you have liked this video, how this video has inspired you or helped you in some kind of way. And until we speak again, I'm wishing you so much peace and love.